Get in, nerds. We are playing Victoria 3. So, here's the plan. Once relations with Britain get below 0, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to request market control. That's going to deteriorate relations to -20 if they say no, which they seem likely to. And increase my liberty desire by 10. But with relations being at -20, that's going to spike liberty desire by a lot. I'm actually going to get a little closer to -10 before I do it, because they have the theoretical ability to outrace me in cold if they devote influence to it, and I don't want them to be able to do that. At least not quickly. If they say yes, that'll reduce my liberty desire temporarily, but it will make me independent of them, which will allow me to just do whatever I want. It's gonna spike liberty desire for economic reasons. So continuing to build up steel mills. After that, it's gonna be munitions plants, and then coal mines. Have any of my subject states got coal? Because if they do, they should have coal built up. Doesn't seem like it. Doesn't seem like subject states have a whole lot of resource industry capacity, which is interesting. I wonder if that's by design. Oh, rubber in Sierra Leone. All right. Well, we're 100% now. Huh. I was wondering why none of these places had any access to, had any ability to use the frickin' railways I built them. But I guess that answers my question, doesn't it? Drought. Oh, I don't love that. So hopefully these will get these railways running, and that'll help me get them proper access to the market that they're supposed to have access to, which will help the overall situation of the country and, by extension, my government. Oh my gosh, is Hyderabad also lacking in access? No, Hyderabad's good. General's misfired cannon. Be pretty funny if they renamed this event General's Dishonorable Discharge. An affair between Govind Giri and Charles Canning's spouse has reached our ears, threatening to affect his public image if we don't destitute the general. As if being caught in the act wasn't enough, Govind Giri stepped from the bath to see a telltale rash spreading. There was only one liaison he was seeing. Now there was no denying it, not after the general's very flesh betrayed the affair. Govind Giri. Wow. This would be a real scandal if, in 1874, if the English wife of the Viceroy of India was caught sleeping with a Hindustani general. We still need a general, and these are personal matters. 10% chance of Charles Canning becomes alcoholic. Charles Canning gets syphilis. Govind Giri gets syphilis. Government of India gets -1 approval from all interest groups. Or we cannot trust a man like this. Govind Giri steps down. Charles Canning gets syphilis. Government of India gets +1 approval from all interest groups. I'll do the second one. Oh no, that's only the government of India. Oh, that's silly. Alright, so Madras Army needs a new general. Let's go with a romantic offensive guy. Protectionist. Nice. Alright, I think I'm going to throw these up at the top. We'll finish one more level of steel mills in Bombay, and then we'll do those mines. Again, these mines are going to go really, really fast because I've got super high individual building speed from Tata Steel, which is being very, very useful to me. He didn't die of syphilis, he just stopped being character. Hey, there's private health insurance. Wonderful. And bureaucracy is doing just fine. Feeling pretty pleased about that. Pretty jazzed about that. Let's get incorporating a little bit more territory. So I think we'll go ahead and grab all of these buildings, and we'll go to Central Archives. And that gives us filing cabinets event. The use of filing cabinets in the government administration has drastically increased the effectiveness of state bureaucracy. The future isn't in flying like a bird, nor in roaring along in a train. No, the future is in filing. I love bureaucracy, 5% extra bureaucracy, or store information about our citizens, extra progress towards identification documents. I'm going to go with that second one. Extra progress is really, really good. So, now we've got 800 bureaucracy to play with. I'm going to start incorporating agra. Oh, that's going to take a lot of bureaucracy. But it's going to be worth it, friends. We're going to do it. We'll need a little bit more government admin to make that happen. So we'll build up 5 levels in Bihar, and that should provide all of the bureaucracy we need. So I'll throw those at the top, and then we'll put the rest of these above them. And that'll let us get everything done that we need to get done, and within a reasonable time frame. This is actually not that much of a shortage. Government dividends. Oh, right, because that's another source of... Government dividends are producing quite a bit of cash for the country, but I can't privatize those buildings because that's going to mean that that the British government is going to buy them, and I certainly don't want that. Or not the British government. The British ruling class is going to buy them, and I certainly don't want that because that's going to increase my dependency on the colonial overlord. They're still at high infamy, which I'm absolutely fine with, because that's increasing my liberty desire. So again, I think I'll get down to, -5 or something before springing this plan, because again, I want my liberty desire to stay high enough for long enough that I'm able to actually get the thing I want to get, which is increased autonomy. Again, I'm not trying to get free. I don't necessarily want to completely divest company rule in the Raj, but I do want to be able to get up to being a dominion so that I can finally so that I can continue with my conquests in number 1 in Afghanistan. I want to do some conquests in Afghanistan. And number 2, I want to spread to the southeast. I want to create myself a big ol' British Indian empire here, and I want to get annexing some of these tiny states. Like this situation is not great, and I didn't want to do it during the unstable Raj period because I didn't want to be in a situation where I was potentially letting my country collapse over having some puppets that were a little bit unstrung. It's a metaphor. Eventually, I'm also going to start incorporating the rest of my territory. I definitely want to incorporate Delhi. But Punjab Hills... Punjab is another big incorporation target. Quetta as well. Just all of our directly held territory. Alright, Liberal Revolt in Oud. I think the government of Oud can handle it. I'm not going to pay attention to that. That's an internal Oud affair. Wow. Government of India are now powerful. Alright, so they're giving me a little bit of extra bureaucracy there. There's no... Okay, so the pro-slavery movement sorted itself out. Are the Zamindars still slavers? The guy they're headed up by is a moderate. They are still a pro-slavery interest group. But that should go away over time. I'm still going to build up... Ooh, egalitarianism. Excellent. I'm still going to build up these government admins because they'll be useful in the long term. Of course, obviously, now I'm looking at all this extra bureaucracy and going, I sure could incorporate some territory here. I already finished incorporating Assam. Let me use the incorporate state interface for this. Gujarat, Punjab, Pashtunistan, and Quetta. I think I want to incorporate Gujarat. We'll go ahead and press the button on that. And we'll throw a few more government admins into construction. We'll put them in the ceded districts. If we build 4 here, that'll actually get that territory up to being able to be fully taxed. British Indian Mysore will do 3, and that'll be the same. There's no rush for those government admins, though. I can continue to build up this other stuff. So now that I've got 5 levels of steel mills in West Bengal, I think it was West Bengal where I needed to build them up, I should be able to add that company. It wasn't this one, was it? Once again, Governor Uda's got that handled. Maybe it was. That was Bombay, and I thought this was West Bengal. We needed steel mills in West Bengal. Oh, 20% construction sector throughput. Oh, well. Okay, alright, fine. Yeah, I think it was. I think I just misplaced the... I think I just misunderstood where the steel mills need to be. So, we'll go ahead and establish that. We need to get steel output. We need to get the efficiency of steel up, which should be a piece of cake, because railways need steel, but it is what it is. A radical revolt in Assam. Wait a minute. Oh, against Assam, the puppet state, not Assam, the location. Rubber in Malabar. This place seems to be the most effective. Alright, so United Bombay Steel is increasing in... well, it was increasing in productivity. There's the Awad situation sorted out. And now they're increasing again. Alright, beautiful. So as long as we can keep them productive, that'll be fine. Do we have another steel... Open Earth Process is spreading to us. That'll be nice. That should be fine. So we're down to -6 with Great Britain. I think once we get these munitions plants built, maybe we'll build these munitions plants first. Poppy Dock. Excellent. Where is it? Where are you? It's fine. So I think we're pretty close to me popping the question, which is, can I have my own market? I'll wait until this... Gosh, these steel mills are really, really bouncing around in prosperity. It's curious. Alright, enlistment offices, that's nice. Very good, very good. Lower Canada left the British Empire because Canada was formed. Alright, and that's most of that area. Excellent. Good for Canada. And once again, the government of Assam should be able to handle this situation all by themselves. I am not lifting a finger. Sure, exporting dyes to France has broken up. Hey, Prussia managed a corridor. Prussia managed a corridor to West Prussia. That's fun. We might have a Germany in this run. We've had a lot of runs with no Germany. But we might have a Germany this run, and that would be kind of excitebike. That's the end of that. Alright, so we're at -8. Let's see what the British potentially would... Oh my goodness. Big revolt in the Dutch East Indies. So let's see what the British's projected response is. We request market control. So they would not accept. Interesting. Obligations aren't worth as much as they used to be worth. So this will increase my liberty desire by 10, but more importantly, it'll it'll decay relations. Or maybe they just won't respond. There it goes. All right. So, now, that means my liberty desire is now going up significantly from bad relations and from them being infamous. So, if I can get here, I can request an increase in autonomy. And if they say no, that'll continue to increase my liberty desire. Now again, I don't wish actually to increase my my liberty desire to the point of becoming free. I just want to increase my overall, I just want to make things better for myself. I just want to be able to continue to conquer Asia in Britain's name. The Omani Nihilist Revolt. You know what? You guys are all right. I don't think they're actually going to be able to do anything because Oman is a Russian puppet, but you get them, Omani Nihilist Revolt. I believe in you. You can do it. No one can stop you. It's not even only God can stop you, it's no one can stop you because they don't believe in God. Oh, I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time, friends. We're doing so good. I gotta say, United Bombay Steel Producers, I was really hoping this would go better. Let me see. You've got coal being produced in the location. You've got iron being produced in the location. Let's go ahead and increase the size of the iron mines there. That might make the iron cheaper, which would in turn lead to the steel being more productive. They can't hire. They're having a hard time hiring. We'll put them in front of a hiring squad. That's a reasonable reaction. We'll just get half of these built right now so that we can make sure that that happens. Okay. Ceylonese Slaver Revolt. You know, you do you. Oh, what happened to Sierra Leone? They were annexed. Wait a minute. If Sierra Leone was annexed, that should mean I'm getting crazy liberty desire from that. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Additional stuff. Yeah, they just annexed. Alright, so we are for sure going to get up to our point of being able to be a dominion now. Oh, this is excellent. This is wonderful. Inefficient agriculture. The government of India have started complaining about the existence of subsistence farms in British Indian Oud, stating that their undeniable inefficiency should be immediately addressed. The fertile soil of our people suffers, relegated to tired and callous hands, too exhausted from manual labor to perform at a decent level, too poor to be able to use more advanced tools that would make them more profitable. This industry is just a useless investment. How's the government of India feeling right now? They're happy, but not as happy as I would like. We should follow their advice. That's the ticket. Finances are doing pretty well. I could go ahead and increase, or I could invest in incorporating. I'm going to start incorporating. I'm going to do another round of incorporations. I think that's maybe foolish, but we'll get started. We've got plenty of bureaucracy right now, and we're going to have even more, because we're going to be building up taxation capacity in all of our areas that are low on taxation capacity, which is the thing we need. So I'm hoping that's... Hey, I think I did it. I think those iron mines may have actually made the difference in terms of United Bombay Steel's productivity, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. New harvest condition, drought in Hong Kong. That's just fine. So, gotta keep a close eye on this. Again, we're getting change rate scaling from high liberty desire, but that's not necessarily a problem. Our liberty desire is going to go down when our autonomy increases, but that means that change rate scaling is also going to go away, because we'll be at a low level of liberty desire instead of a high level of liberty desire. So that change rate scaling is going to be missed. Great Britain annexing Sierra Leone to incorporate it into British Senegal was just a total swing and a miss in terms of India policy. And and that might seem like a weird thing to say, but when you're the British Empire, everything about your colonial adventurism is India policy. Like, it's India policy whether you want it to be India policy or not. Because holding on to India is like if your failure to hold on to India is like the one thing that can actually destroy you as an empire, if you're playing as Great Britain. So that's just to give you a visual to sort of what's going on with that and why that matters. Let me see, there's also a Persian revolt, a fundamentalist revolt. Interesting. Oh my goodness. I think the Omani Nihilist revolt is actually winning. They are. Oh, but they need to beat Russia in order to actually win, so... Oh, that's a shame. Well, maybe next time I'll be in a position to intervene. We'll see. We'll see how things go. I don't think Russia has the ability to get over here. Mazandaran is its own state? It is. That's wild. Maldives request that we support their independence. No thank you. I don't, Ceylon? Are you the Maldives? Yes, you're the Maldives. No. I don't, no thank you. I'm worrying about my own independence. I'm not trying to collapse the British Empire. It's the British Empire that's trying to collapse the British Empire. I'm just here trying to make sure things stay chill in India. Oh, City of Plenty. The most prominent members of Bihar high society have been seen organizing luxurious parties in the new and lavish urban buildings. Marble walls shimmer in stone. The noise of a people coming and going brings the city back to life when we didn't even know it was dead. Tall buildings cover the sunset, kids play with bricks, smoke blends with the clouds, and a distant bell announces the next train. Progress is coming. Once again, I can do Let Them Celebrate, 10% of upper and middle stratum pops become more loyal, or I can do The Party Will Never End, which gives you 25% instead of 10, but increases the minimum expected living standards for the upper stratum. I'm always going to do that second one. Give me those loyalists. Yeah, there we go. Pretty good numbers overall, I would say. Where are we with this? Alright, so I'm at my point where I can become a dominion. So, they're going to say no. But part of the reason they're saying no is because relations are poor. British attitude is protective. Perceived ability to defeat British Raj in diplomatic play. Liberty desire of British Raj. So, if I get my liberty desire up higher... Let me do this. Let me throw conscript units in my armies. It's 35. 15 of artillery. 5 of cavalry. We'll do a little bit more artillery. Then for the Madras army, we'll do 20. 10. 5. That's fine. And then for the Mumbai army, 20, 10, that'll be 11, and 5. Violent suppression leads to increased discrimination. Radicals in Bombay seem to be getting support from discriminated Marathi citizens within the state. If they want to protest there, we should let them. We'll likely only make things worse if we try to force them to submit. If we deal with them in the future, they'll all be in one place and much easier to take care of. We say where they can and cannot protest, increase radicalism for mostly discriminated pops, or let them protest where they want. Slightly increase radicalism, increase migration attraction. First one keeps the presidency armies happy, though. Presidency armies are marginalized, though, I think. Yeah, so we'll do the second one. So now that I've got a bunch of conscripts, how does that impact Great Britain's feeling about their ability to fight me? Demand state. Singapore. Okay. Okay, so that has actually increased their... That has actually reduced their perceived ability to defeat me in a war. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to create a new army. I'm going to locate it in the Delhi HQ. We'll call this the Khalsa army, after the Khalsa Raj. Is that completely ahistorical? Probably. Let's see. We'll get a... not a lot of good candidates here. Look at this Badrulaks guy and see if... Okay, we got a Riots guy. He's ruthless. Interesting. And we'll get a Government of India guy here. And what we'll do is we'll build up a small unit of... a small number of skirmish infantry just here in Punjab as the basis of the army. But we'll build up a bunch of conscripts. So it's 38 levels of conscripts. I'm going to throw a couple more in here. We'll throw a bunch more levels of artillery in here. And then we'll put some cavalry in. And this is just a sneaky army to confuse the British. Because it's on paper, it's a very large army, but in actuality, it's not that big. We'll build up a few more units here. And some regular troops as well. And we'll wait for the army to start getting some organization, because they should start getting some organization once they've got manpower, which they are slowly developing. Hey, what happens if I increase military wages? That's actually extremely affordable. That changed a lot more than I thought it was going to. Is that actually... No. Okay, it was a change concurrent with something else, so that'll help that army higher. which will be just fine. Now they're getting organization. So now that my army looks even larger on paper, what does this look like? Okay. Their perceived ability to defeat British Raj in a fight has gone down even further. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop damaging relations. I'm going to start improving relations. We'll bring them up from poor. If they stop being poor, that'll get me 50. So now I need to get another 50 in perceived fight ability. And I think the way to do that is to increase the size of my navy. So, let me see. We'll do 5 bases in each in Gujarat, Bombay, and Malabar, and Mysore. And then we'll do the same with capital ships. We'll build those in Carnatic, Northern Sirkars, Orissa, and West Bengal. And we'll do East Bengal as well. Because we're over frigates to capital ships. And we're going to throw those in here so that they get built within a reasonable time frame. Textile mills are getting finished out. Rice farms in Agra are getting finished out. There's a little peasant revolt in Hyderabad. Bhutan improving relations. Can the government handle this? Maybe. But I can continue to increase the size of my conscript forces without actually costing me any money. So let's do that. Go ahead and get some here as well. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And a few more cavalry. Am I on peasant living? No, I'm on professional army. And then for the Madras army, I can double the size of these conscript forces without suffering too much of a headache. Get some artillery as well. And some more cavalry. And then from the Bombay army, okay, so the Bombay army and the Madras army are a little bit interspersed, but it's okay. These things happen. And there's open hearth process. Okay, so now I'm going to increase the production methods for my steel mills to go up to open hearth process. And that's hopefully going to make them even more productive. It's going to make them more productive. Dang it. No! Why are you so unproductive? Bombay, why? Why are you unproductive? You're producing more steel. This is supposed to be good for the country. Ugh. It's okay. It's okay. It's the right thing in the long term. We're gonna once we get to steel frame construction, we'll be absolutely chock full of demand for steel, and that'll be the right call. And now these barracks are getting built. Again, these are going to cost us only a modest amount of actual military unit maintenance, but they're going to be very effective at increasing our, I think power projection is the name of the stat. I think Hyderabad will be fine. If push comes to shove, I can, next time one of these small countries gets going, I can just fire up my massive conscript machine and hope that pushes me over the limit with the United Kingdom. Yes, our liberty desire is going up significantly at this stage. Especially with these on-paper-only ghost armies. You know what? We'll just make sure this doesn't get out of hand. This is going to cost us a barrel full of cash, but it is what it is. Again, the government can probably win, but we don't want to take any chances. Hey! Excellent! Oh, beautiful! Woo! All right. Well, that just changes everything. Britain voluntarily increased our autonomy to Dominion. So I am feeling pretty stunk thick right now. I'm still going to build up these military forces, because I think that's still the right call. I don't think they're as important to do in the short term. Well, that's wonderful. I'm delighted to have that happen. So now our liberty desire is in the middle, but it's going up way, way faster. Partially because because Great Britain annexed one of their subjects. Partially because we are. It's partially because of their infamy, partially because relations are bad, but mostly because they annexed one of their subjects, and because we're no longer, what's the word? Because we're no longer in the upper range, we're not getting that line item for high liberty desire, reducing the change in liberty desire. So this is really good. So this means we have our own ability to do, to kick off diplomatic plays now. So first of all, Siam, you picked a fight with me before. Can I pick a fight with you now? I absolutely can. Anyway, but that will be for next episode. I am very pleased with how things are going. And I'm very confident in my ability to continue to increase the strength of the Raj and propagate Anglo-Indian rule across the subcontinent. For now, though, my nerds, I have had fun. I hope you all have had fun, and I will see you on the other side.